gonna be a great day. I mean, I already took my coat off because it's like 55 degrees and it feels like summer. So I'm gonna be in a great mood today. I just dropped the key. I'm no longer in a good mood. It's crazy, right? It's crazy how we just let one minor inconvenience, like dropping our keys, just ruin our entire day. Not me. Not today. Is what is gonna ruin my day is the only thing I brought for food is a bottle of ketchup, a thing of hot dogs, and I hope I have a pack of buns up in that little cubby up there. Otherwise it's gonna be a real long day. I think it's going to be either way on the food front, but everything else is going great. We did start corn planting. As you can probably tell, I'm not a corn planter, I'm in a field cultivator, but we started planting corn on Tuesday. Today's Thursday, so we've been going for 2 days. We're gonna go to field 86. 10-4. Just make one, and then when we leave the field, just delete it. Or that's what I've been trying to do, or I have been doing, is just deleting the lines that I make for the spring tillage. So, yeah, it's fine. The heading is 357. I know I've talked about this before, like in the fall, we do tillage at an angle, and in the spring, we do tillage at the opposite angle to just level it out better. So that's what that conversation was about. And then deleting the lines, obviously you don't want 26 lines in a field that only needs 4 lines. I mean, like, so A to B lines, so your auto track lines. So if I'm going along a ditch, we have lines that'll keep your tractor straight and you won't just veer off into the ditch because you had to get that match on Candy Crush or something. And just an example what the screen looks like when I'm talking about that. So you can see Spring 25's line I just made. West is obviously going to be the west side. South, obviously self-explanatory, southeast ends are going to be over there, and so forth and so on. I think I messed that saying up, but we're just gonna skip that part. And so on these bean fields is what we're gonna do every time we pull in. We're gonna do the ends first and last. So like, I'm gonna start on south. I'm gonna back into that corner if you want to get out of the way. I'll take the first 60 feet by the ditch, and then you take the second 60 feet, and we'll just go all the way around the field together. That way one of us doesn't have to do it back south. All right. Does that make sense? Yep. And then we can just start going back and forth.
I start at one end, you start at one end, meet in the middle or something?
Yep, yeah, you can start on this end. I'll start over there by the creek. I'll do those ends when I'm done over there, and then we'll finish on this end probably, hopefully. That makes sense? While he runs back to his tractor, we're gonna put our food away. I wasn't lying. I have a bottle of ketchup and a thing of hot dogs and pimento cheese from this past weekend because it's the Masters, and if you're not eating pimento cheese while you watch the Masters, you're not really watching the Masters. I also have 2 tapioca puddings because I'm an 80-year-old man and I like tapioca pudding. Sue me. I don't know if you guys can hear that conversation with me and Willie, but what we were talking about is right now this field has not been worked at all this spring, ends included, so the ends are still pretty rigid. So the first thing we're going to do in this field is do 2 rounds or 120 feet around this entire field, smooth the ends up so we're not bouncing on the end rows, and then we'll start going back and forth. Once we're done with the field, we'll come back again and do the ends again, just so it's nice and clean for the planters when they get here. Speaking of planters, I don't know, Max and Sam, you guys talked a big game, how you guys are going to be right in our heels, and I'm pretty sure we're starting the day off with like a 3-field lead, so we're probably going to have to shut down at noon so you guys can catch up. No, they have gotten a ton done. I think they've averaged like 1,600 acre days, so that's pretty crazy with planters. It also helps gain a lead when you have a tractor that goes 9.5 miles an hour and you can average 70 acres per hour. That also helps. But we'll just chalk it up to I'm the best at backing in the corners with a field cultivator, and that's why we're pretty dialed right now.
Visit Indeed.com/hire.
I don't know, it's looking kind of dark over there. But the weatherman said it wasn't supposed to rain, and the weathermen are never wrong, so we should be good, right? Yeah, I'll do these creek ones if you want to do the south ones.
Either one.
We'll do the same thing, Willie, as last field. Just follow me around. We'll go around once, level up the end rows, and then start going back and forth.
10-4.
Knocked out that field pretty quick. Less than 2 hours. It's crazy how much you can get done with 2 tractors going. Speaking of getting a lot done, yesterday we planted 2,000 acres of corn. So, we keep that up. Tell you what, it's going to be a quick spring. As always, guys, comment how your spring's going, whether you're a farmer or not. I'm sure Jason will comment his golf handicap. I'll be looking for that comment, Jason. Also, look at that encroachment we're taking out. I don't know if you guys can see that. Weatherman was wrong. You know what they say, first time for everything. Nope, I just said you only have to do the ends after you're done going back and forth because this field is already worked, so we don't need to work them before we start going back and forth. They're nice and smooth.
10-4.
Alrighty guys, we got to the next field. It's about noon, so we're gonna start on lunch. Anyway, today for lunch, guys, we got hot dogs, which if you're to this point, you already know that. That's all we got. Anyway, to make hot dogs in this thing, super easy. I add like yay much water, throw the hot dog in, give it 5 minutes, it's good to go. I am gonna put you guys on to something that I discovered this week that's actually pretty good. If you make a hot dog, oh, Jack's calling me. As I was saying, if you make a hot dog and put pimento cheese on it, hear me out, it's actually really good. So I add that to the list of recipes, quote unquote, that you guys should try at home that I've made in the tractor so far this year. Alright guys, so what you do to make the hot dog pimento cheese sandwich, first you gotta get a hot dog and pimento cheese. Then, open up the bun, take your little fork, get some good old homemade pimento cheese and just put it on there. Alright guys, so once your hot dog's done, take L hot dog, put it on top of the pimento cheese, and then I'm a big ketchup guy on my hot dog, so I just put ketchup on it. And there you go. Now, presentation, maybe like a 3. Taste, at least an 8.6. Anyway, oh boy. Let's give it the old taste test. Like that one guy always says on TikTok that's always making jambalaya or something. Put that on a crack of dough. You know what? I hope to someday meet that guy. I don't even know his name. I'd say tag him in this video. There's no way he's ever gonna see it because like 5 people watch this. 3 of them including my grandparents. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna eat lunch real quick. Finish this field. We're on an 80-acre field that's split into 2 40s. So they're very short rows and there's a lot of turning. So it's fun stuff. I don't know if you guys could see that field that we drove past, but that field is like one of the first fields of oats that we are planting. Maybe tonight if we get done and it's still light outside, I'll drive by one of those oat fields and show you guys. But me personally, and I'm sure for all the farmers that watch this channel, I think driving by one of the fields that you planted, or in my case, field cultivated, and just seeing the crop grow, and just, I don't know, I think it's a cool part of farming. Obviously growing crops is the entire point of farming, but I think it's just cool throughout the year. Obviously doing this YouTube thing and social media thing, you guys get to see it documented from when we put the seed in the ground, even before we put the seed in the ground. I mean, you're watching it right now, me cultivate. You get to watch the planters go through, you get to watch us row crop cultivate since we're organic. We don't spray, but obviously you guys spray. You gotta see the whole thing. I think that's super cool. And that's another cool thing about doing this whole YouTube thing. You guys get to follow along every step of the way, from planting to cultivating to harvesting to after harvest sometimes. You guys get to see all that, and I enjoy showing you that, and I hope you enjoy watching. That was pretty wholesome right there. I think we're gonna call it a video though, guys. Before you leave and click off this video, comment your favorite farming memory, or if you grew up on a farm, just comment your favorite memory of farming. I'll share mine next video, but until then, catch you in the next one.